If we're winning, this is probably going to be a 3-hour league, so let's go. This hand's fine, right? Let's go Swamp, cycle this Ash Barrens. We got Innocent Blood for an early threat. Or for an early threat, they have one. I drew that. I think I just want to cycle this Ash Barren still. We have one forest in our deck, so we can wish for a Sprout Swarm. Finally, some decks I don't have to sell orchids to afford with the 11-month resubscription. Welcome back. I believe the opponent is playing Affinity. Looks like bots. I believe this is usually an ATOG deck. I've played a little bit of Gear. This costs one less that has affinity for artifacts. Okay. Can't be blocked. That's pretty nasty. I think we in trouble, chat. I think we're in trouble. We're getting affinitied. I think the play to win line here is Island, and we're gonna capsize this Germ, and next turn we can Innocent Blood them. It's not like a good plan, but it has a plan. It's not, we're not excited about it. It's nothing we're gonna write home about and tell our parents, but it's definitely, you know, we're hoping to make do. Just pick that up, take our 9 down to 11 here. Pick this dork off next turn. They got one card in their hand. They have one card on the table. Hopefully these aren't good. Shaz Doom, you must have sent it in before I got here. This was a Dust Elemental stream. It was once upon a time a Dust Elemental stream. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'm supposed to sequence the Preordain first there. Just so I can, like, maybe hit something that's better than that. Alright, well, I don't need more land, so we're going to go bottom with those. Counterspell. Alright, well, we'll play the Aqueduct, and we'll pick the Swamp back up. Ship the turn back. Thanks for the donation, by the way, Shaz. Yep, so we're doing 2 here. Probably more than that, honestly. I believe they play like Temur, Battle Rage, and Fling usually in Galvanic Blast, so that's Battle Rage, so we're dead. Speaking as someone who's played a lot of 4-color loam, if you're really good at drawing what's it called, Mox Diamond, the deck's fine. If you don't draw Mox Diamond, the deck's average hand is like really clunky and bad. We don't really have good cards for this matchup, huh? I guess I want like these sweepers. This deep analysis is probably slow. Prohibit doesn't seem very good. Yeah, the one land spy deck and one of the other ones are considered aggressive decks. One land spy, and then I'm blanking on the name of the other one. Oh, eggs. Those are both combo deck. I'm pretty sure the eggs deck's a combo deck. I think that's how I want to. I don't think I want 2 of this, but 1's probably fine. Do I want this Crypt Incursion? Yeah, they're a little expensive, honestly. It's a full-fledged beam. Fair. I'm gonna keep Dismal Backwater, Preordain. We get a draw step plus 3 looks at a second land. Like, this hand's pretty good if we hit a second land here, right? You're like a non-zero amount of Hydroblast. What would you cut? Probably some of the counterspells? Like the scatter or the actual factual counterspell? I could see that being good. I could see that being reasonable. I guess they probably have like close to 10 reasonable things that we want to counter with it. My body's ready to brick and die. God bless. All right, so I'm gonna bottom that. I'm gonna top this. Putting Ash Barrens into play isn't really why we're playing it, but I think it's better than missing here. We get 2 looks at a third land. If we get a third land, we get to the 4th automatically, which is nice. I think I just want to play that. Double Edict Doomblade has me feeling pretty good. Are they just like passing here? That's so good for us, chat. I'm just gonna put Pristine Talisman into play here, start gaining points of health. Is Maverick listed as modern? Yep, definitely is. Thank you, fixed. Hey, Tog. These Ash Barrens weren't awkward at all. My Greedy Keep didn't get punished. I guess I'm just gonna Chainer's Edict them here. Oh, thankfully they are also kind of an awkward turtle here, which is good for us. If we miss a land drop here, I'm going to flashback Think Twice. Hopefully find one. You should watch the video. And if you want to not watch all the matches, you should skip to the end of the video and watch the wrap-up segment. And then I don't have to try and think back and repeat myself. Yep. Yep. Well, I guess I'm gonna Doomblade this one. I mean, the good news is, like, Pristine Talisman and Radiant Fountain, we're treading water here, okay, right? Kinda, sorta, maybe. Things aren't looking good for our hero, chat. That's me, I'm the hero, in case anyone was wondering. All right, so we're taking 10 here, down to 12. We're taking 9, deal. I played the Ash Barrens because our choices were play Ash Barrens or miss our land drop on those turns. I have no idea. I haven't played much Pauper, so I don't really have educated or informed opinions on what's good, bad, or otherwise in the format. Me giving you my opinion on strengths or comparisons of power levels just be me making stuff up. I'm gonna try not to do that around here. All right, that's a Capsize. I guess I get to Edict you. Then we're dead to Temur Battle Rage again here. Their start was awkward, but our start was more awkward. Yeah, like I said, that's why I prefixed it with if we're winning, right? If we just get like dumpstered 3 times, it's gonna be a real quick league. They always have tier battle rage, right? I've read this book before. I know where it ends. Peaked at the last chapter. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. We didn't die, chat. We're effectively dead, though, right? Just like unlikely zero outs. I guess we'll take 2 draws. It doesn't hurt to take 2 draws to know that we're for sure dead. All right, good stuff. I didn't do the math. Maybe we're not dead on board this turn, but we're not winning that game. Let's take a mulligan here, shall we? Take a do-over. How's everyone doing? There's a random pixel to the left of your camera area. Oh, you mean like there's a little black mark, like right on the corner? Yeah, it kind of looks like it. I mean, yep. This is a hand. Oh, that's like the card we play in Legacy, right? Huh. So, yeah, I'm just gonna cycle this. Let's just not get in trouble like we did last game. Is that what you're talking about? Is that better for you? It wasn't lined up quite perfectly. Stone Rain me? Why would you Stone Rain me, opponent? I have a very limited number of lands, opponent. Don't Stone Rain them. What's going on, Pawn? I feel like I just want to counter this. Just use my mana. Galvan Rapidmaster is probably really funny with the Force Mage card. Dark Ritual. Alright. Stone Rain me. Yep, that is. Yep. Alright. Are we having fun yet? Are we having fun yet? Remember when I said this might be a 3-hour league? I lied. We might get to play 5 decks today. I only put 4 decks on the schedule because I thought a couple of these were going to be longer leagues, but if we just get dumpstered out of this one. What's going on, Red? I'm conceding to a Stone Rain. Yeah. I drew a land. That land draw is like the worst thing in Magic, because you're like, well, I'm still really behind, but I'm like just enough in this game that I feel obligated to continue playing. We are just the best Magic the Gathering player in North America, just running lands. Get that. Look at that. Where are your Stone Rains now, opponent? Got a Pristine Talisman. It's land I paid 3 mana for. What you doing? Should have considered playing against someone less lucky than I am. More unlucky. Alrighty. teachings for a land, right? Is this like teachings for think twice to draw lands? I think it's teaching for think twice to draw lands. Hey, Dismal Backwater. You're not so dismal, you're a land drop. The other kid said you needed to be excluded, Duskwatch. Sorry. Get him out of here. Hey! Resty, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that. There's a lot of excellent people streaming on Twitch right now, so I appreciate you choosing to put your Twitch Prime towards my channel this month. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that. Well, this is just a terrifying card to put into play in this matchup, huh? Just like, dear opponent, please don't rail me. Dear opponent, please don't. We did draw Counterspell, so we've got that going for us. Stop it. Stop it. It's just rude. Get out of here. Stop being rude, opponent. Alright, and we can teachings for Counterspell and cast Counterspell next turn. I think we've bridged the gap into winning the game. Yeah. I think we successfully bridged into winning the game there. I don't actually know what their deck does. I have no idea if their deck has creatures to win the game. I guess they played the 1/1 that drew, or the 2/1 or whatever that went to draw a card that we excluded, but like, what are we, how are we actually boarding? It has Gurmag Angler. That's probably, the Doomblades are probably bad. The Doomblades, let's start there. The Doomblades are probably not good. DA and Relics is what I was gonna do. Yay. Echoing Decay is probably not good. Tragic Slip's probably not needed. Alright, let's do it. God, how do we ever beat someone being the Monarch? Man, this hand has so many lands in it. I'm so excited. I think you can... I think if you click this link on mobile, you can use your Twitch Prime sub, maybe. What are my general opinions on Pauper as a format? I think from the Pauper that I've played, it seems like a very grindy, interactive format, which is things I generally like about Magic. From a content creation standpoint, it's not particularly popular, though, which is why we don't play a lot of it on stream. Being the Monarch, yeah, it seems like it. It seems decent. I played a Teachings deck a long time ago in like a former life in Pauper, and that build had creatures in the sideboard, which was kind of interesting. Well, that's a terrifying land to draw. So long, Dismal Backwater, I hardly knew ya. So we can never win the game at this point, right? Is that, the last time I played Pauper, these cards didn't exist. Can we, is this winnable? Is this winnable? I don't know the answer to that question. Well, this is just because the stream just fired up, Justin. It always takes the stream a little bit to populate viewers in. Just gotta deck them, right? Oh, you know what? I should have boarded in Curse of the Bloody Tome, right? If we get a game 3, we'll do that. If a game 3 occurs, we will board and curse the Bloody Tome. Stop it! No! Bad! Bad Stone Rain. There's no way we can keep up with how many Stone Rains they have, right? I'm gonna grind it out for the viewers, but I'm pretty much of the opinion that we can't win this game. So what the Monarch does is you draw an extra card at the end of every turn, and you remain the Monarch until you remain the Monarch until you take damage in combat. And our deck can't deal damage in combat, believe it or not. Oh, this Dispel's real bad. I'm gonna board in the Curse of the Bloody Tomes, and hopefully we can just deck them. Hey, X Lapis, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. I do appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support what I do here. Yep. All right, your move. I'm kind of sad that this deck seems bad. The last time we played Pauper, this deck felt really sweet. Just gonna put this into play and concede when they Stone Rain us here. No, we're playing Pauper today, Justin. We are playing Pauper today. This deck's been in the queue for over a month, so I wanted to get to this. We have a few others in there as well. I think one Pauper day a month won't kill us. All right. Could be worse. Could have been a Stone Rain. Okay. If they get too aggressive here, we could convoke, we could buy this back, and then just gonna move on with our lives here. If this was any other format, I'd stop playing a matchup that felt this bad, so I'm not gonna give it special treatment just because it's Pauper. Let's just like move on when we're more miserable. Might be one of them 30-minute leagues, and not because we're playing a meme. We're gonna play an actual meme after this. We're gonna play One Land Spy, I think. Let's go down, Bob. What's going on, Wombat? I mean, I guess this is a keep, right? It's got Bojuka Bog here. I'm supposed to preordain on one, dig for lands, maybe. I'm gonna play the Bojuka Bog out. Just get my black source untapped for next turn, guaranteed. Look, we deliver when timeouts are asked for. Glad you enjoy the YouTube. Thanks for dropping by live. It makes me laugh so much that that's a fucking meme on this channel. Need to take a time out to get the full experience. God bless people that have a sense of humor. Oh, magic. Oh, magic. Blue-white tribe, maybe? Yeah, it could be the inside-out deck. That matchup's probably pretty good for us, right? Like, a pile of edicts and other interactions seems reasonable. It's gonna be top here. Hey, Doshiu, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. There's a lot of excellent people streaming on Twitch right now. Thanks for putting your support towards my content for this month. What is the state of Pauper? I couldn't tell you. My advice would be to go take a peek at what's going on in MTG Goldfish and take a peek at what the challenge events have done. I'm told that this is Mono Blue Delver the format, but I'm not sure if the leagues play out that way. I hope one lands 5 is a 5-0. This is a 5-0 format for sure. I would be lying if I'd said the one land spy deck wasn't the one I was looking forward to the most. I heard a story at my local game store about someone being banned in your chat, and I'm sure there wasn't anything more to this, right? I'm just gonna slip this, dude, right? Like, we're never enabling Morbid, so, like, slipping this just, like, takes a card out of their hand, which seems fine. And one of the things to keep in mind about Pauper, too, is well, that worked. I wasn't expecting that to work. The fact that there aren't a lot of events for Pauper. Like, basically, Pauper largely only exists on Magic Online and local game stores. Like, there aren't Grand Prix, there aren't Opens, there aren't even, like, SCG Classics. So that means, like, there aren't large tournaments or incentive for people to innovate. So the format doesn't really get sculpted and pushed in the same way that formats like Modern and even Legacy, to a degree, get sculpted and pushed. I think Brecken Sky was asking what has to be done for him to time people out. Do they have something that gives haste? What are they? This is summoning sick. Side events are different. Side events don't really matter. Like, random 3-round events are, like, largely irrelevant. They're, like, as irrelevant as MTGO leagues in terms of, like, pushing the competitiveness of a thing. Okay. You've discarded your entire hand. You can't attack. Okay. Maybe the opponent, they conceded the match. Okay. I mean, that match is probably unwinnable for them. The match is probably pretty unwinnable for them, right? Like, we've got 8 edicts in our deck and sweepers and lots of spot removal. I think maybe they forgot that I killed their thing the previous turn. Layers is the short answer. The short answer is layers. The long answer is Magic's an intuitive game that's easy to understand. 5 months well spent here. Some anyone Forgotten Glory. It's a re-upping at that tier 2 level. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Yeah, we got our stuff pushed in by Affinity in the first match. Did not feel particularly close. We got a little bit unlucky in the second game, but like still did not feel close. Felt like we were pretty behind the entire time. I mean, these are Magic cards. These are our colors and some interaction. The long answer is Is Turbo Fog a Pauper deck? What is... Have you sent me a Turbo Fog deck list? Is Turbo Fog in the queue already? I feel like I haven't seen a Turbo Fog deck from you. But maybe I'm misremembering. Kiln Fiend. This matchup's probably pretty good for us too, right? I get blown out by probably this is probably fine. Yeah, Nivik, send it over. We can make it happen. I have 5 decks on the docket. We'll probably make it through all those. Yeah, I'm just gonna Innocent Blood here, and then hold the Prohibit up off this Radiant Fountain, I think. I think I want to save this Prohibit for a threat. Pretty sure we just want to pick apart their cards that actually kill us here. These are my cards. My cards kill your stuff. Our win condition is Evincar's Justice. You just loop this bad boy over and over again. Grind him out 2 points of damage at a time. It's a slow ride. Take it easy. Doo doo. Boo doo. Boo doo doo doo. There might have been merit to pulling the trigger on the Prohibit on that Ponder, just so I could like use my mana this turn. just gonna hold up Prohibit this turn, I think. So I'm gonna play the Aqueduct and pick the Radiant Fountain back up. I really hate that Twitch removed the ability to slash W to whisper people. I can't prohibit that one because it costs 5 even though they paid 0 mana for it. And we're also just gonna like have a pretty easy time keeping their stuff off the table, right? So they know about this Prohibit, so I assume this isn't resolving. Nope. I'm just gonna play through my disruption. That sounds great for me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get some deep anal on here. We're only playing Pauper today, Justin. As much as I appreciate Edict you. Preordain. We're just looking for more edicts at this point, right? You just want more edicts. None of these are edicts. That's kind of unfortunate for us. Maybe I'm supposed to flashback Deep Anal there. Did I forget to play a land? No, I played this, right? The old 5-mana divination. Yep. Gain my hit point there while I'm thinking about it. Yay. Alright, well, since I drew that, I'm like not in a huge rush now. So let's just think once. Teachings. Ooh, we found a piece of candy, chat. Found a piece of candy. That's why you pronounce it deep anal ranting, Bob, explicitly for that reason. I think it's impressive that they're still playing Magic. I think they're gonna grind through this. Introduce them to Thunderdome here before this match is done. We're up on clock too, just like winning by every metric. They should concede to teachings for teachings. You deck them. So I'm pretty sure I just want to get a counterspell with this. Probably Exclude. The old, oh, I should gain a health here. Need to remember to do that. It's impotent. No, Pauper has a pretty extensive ban list. Storm's a fucked up mechanic. Storm is real good, or was real good. They actually banned the Storm cards in this format, Bob. They actually banned the cards with the word storm on them. This is for Nivix's deck. Notice they are very salty. Don't worry, I was gonna take care of Nivik, but thank you for the bits, Justin. I appreciate it. We'll get some fog in there before the day is done. Is this enough to concede to yet? How are we doing? Where are we at in your misery levels, opponent? Oh yeah. 27 bolt me deal resolves. That one resolves. Teachings. If you've never teachings for a teachings before, let me tell you, chat, about things that feel great. Let's get this other mystical teachings here. Welcome to the slow grind. It's slow and it's wonderful. Just, oh yeah. We drew a Chainer's Edict. That's 2 removal spells. You see, winning the game is something that's really sad that sometimes you have to do eventually. See? My opponent understands what's going on. They get it. Chainer's Edict. That was the card that pushed them over the edge. That was where they'd had enough. It was Chainer's Edict is like, nope. It's too much, Hogland. We're done here. Alright, what are we doing? Justice, I guess, actually kills. Kills. What's it called? A little thing. Killing Fiend. Opponent's misery levels aren't as high as mine. You're gonna be okay, Justin. I promise. I promise you're gonna survive. Do I need this? I'm gonna board the Sprout Swarm out. The Sprout Swarm's like training wheels, basically. Let's just kill him with Evincar's Justice. We're doing all Pauper today, Goofy. So we'll be back to our modern ways soon. Tomorrow morning will probably be some modern. No, you have a 3-month badge there, Justice City Boy. You cool? And you guys should cut the forest. That seems greedy. I think this deck's already kind of light on lands. Where do I see myself in 5 years? Hopefully still producing memes full time. I'm supposed to play the Dismal Backwater there. Maybe I could cycle the Ash Barrens, right? They're not doing anything. Yeah, Hearthstone's been a lot of fun. Actually just dumped a bunch of money into it. We're gonna try streaming some probably tomorrow night. Been enjoying the actual gameplay a good deal, and I'm excited to rip some packs and build some better decks. This deck feels like it has pretty polarizing matchups. Well, there's Evolving Wilds and Terramorphic Expanses. It's the best meme you can play in Hearthstone right now. I don't know. There's this Q-Block deck that that's apparently pretty good right now. It looks hilarious every time I've seen it played. So I never actually really gave Hearthstone a chance, Pinky. I basically played a little bit of the limited, and then I was put off by the CCG model. I just never gave it a chance. And like last week I was looking for something to play on my tablet, and so I gave it a real chance, and like I put like $15 into it and built a budget tempo mage deck, and was like really enjoying it. So we're gonna go kind of deep and build some sweet decks and see how it feels. Yeah, the CCG model leaves a little bit to be desired, but like honestly, the finance aspects of a TCG2 also leave me a little bit annoyed a lot of the time too, when I have to like actually get my own cards. So there's ups and downs to both systems for sure. Someone asked about Eternal. Eternal as software is very reasonable, but I'm really not a fan of a lot of Eternal's gameplay aspects. I'm really not a fan of best of one in a game that has resource variance in it like Eternal does, and I'm not a big fan of their mulligan system. It feels very lazy and sloppy to me. Zero exposure to Pauper. What are we playing? We are playing blue-black control, basically. We are playing blue-black, do nothing, basically. This is our win condition. I am not joking. Paying 7 mana and casting this card over and over and over again is our win condition. I played a Tarmaguchi with the $12 donation. Thank you very much for that. For the black-green mid-range or another one of your choice, perfect. I will get that added. Yeah, we're definitely gonna try the, maybe we'll start with that tomorrow. Someone asked about Elder Scrolls Legends. I did play a little bit of Legends. I didn't find the gameplay in Legends like really intuitive to me. And like that could just be like maybe I adjusted with the $100 donation. Since democracy is dead today, put this at the top for tomorrow. Label it as pick it up. Also, does this cover making them kill you? Sure does, Justin. Sure does. We'll make them kill us. Also, and another thing that I kind of like, after spending, hey, Justice City Boy, thanks for the great content, must appreciate it. I appreciate the 3-month resubscription, a quarter of a year. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. It's Blizzard is very good at making software, so like the fact that I'm enjoying the Hearthstone Constructed combined with the fact that Hearthstone is good software, like makes me appreciate it. It's kind of nice to play a game that has like a lot of support too, right? Like I spent a lot of time playing Hex, and like playing games from small indie studios definitely has drawbacks. Is Gwent? I've heard about Gwent, but like I've also read a couple things, like apparently Gwent is going on like a 6-month content creation hiatus or something like that. And these bits towards my combo town. Will do, will do, will do. I'll make a note about that right now. It'll only be used for saltiness from now on. We have 2 talismans in our deck. Good lord, 1 month before I get knighted, Dows, with the 11-month resubscription. Thanks a lot, bud. Welcome back. I appreciate it. I think we have enough colors here that I'm actually just going to play the Ash Barrens out. And this way, on their end step, I can Mystic Teachings for Think Twice and then Think Twice and like propel myself into more land drops here. I think I actually really like the idea from a conceptual standpoint about playing multiple decks in a competitive setting, like what it does in terms of like metagaming and deck selection and card selection. I could see being annoyed that it requires you to put money into the game, but like, you know, Magic's a really expensive game to play competitively. Magic, yeah, it's like it's like one of those choose to good software, great gameplay. I mean, kind of like there's a lot of complexity in Hearthstone from what I've been played out of it so far. Hey, what happened to Bashkutter? Someone time me out. I feel like I'm missing the beam. I was like, what did Bash Gooder say? Oh, they asked to get timed out. Got it. Yeah, I think Gush is fine here, right? That's fine. I'm just gonna kill all their stuff. God bless Bash. What was I rambling about? I was rambling about something. Oh, the Magic's expensive to play competitively too. So, and like, honestly, if the numbers I've seen are realistic, like, oh, I looked at a couple different sites, and more than one website has indicated that it costs about $200 per set to like have full playsets of a set in Hearthstone. So like, if it costs you $600 per year to like have full playsets of everything in Hearthstone constructed, that's really very little compared to like keeping up with Magic competitively in Standard, right? Yeah, I'm told that Hearthstone today has less variance than it used to. I didn't, the last time when I logged into Hearthstone, it told me that the last one of their seasons that I had played in was in January 2015. And I didn't play Constructed then. So like, I don't really have a good basis of like what variance today in the game is versus forever ago. All right, kill your stuff. Yeah, exactly, LOQ. I agree. You should, and at the end of the day, that's why I put a little bit of money into it. I put $15 into it, and I built a budget tempo mage deck just because I wanted to like experience the quality of the gameplay, basically, because I wanted to judge it. Like previously, I just hadn't given it a fair chance because it was a CCG, and I just wanted to play it and judge it based purely on the caliber of its gameplay, and the actual gameplay I found really enjoyable. So like, if you think about it this way, so basically, let's go on the premise that it costs you $600 a year to get a full playset of everything in Hearthstone. $600 a year for a hobby, like, and I know that income varies based on where you are and like what your job is, but like, $50 a month for a hobby, like, ultimately isn't that much money compared to what a lot of people pay for a lot of hobbies, right? Like that's going out to eat 5 times a month. That's going to see 5 movies a month, right? Like, and that's the price to like have full play sets of everything in the game. And I agree with you that Magic Standard is moderately expensive, but like even compared to other things, it doesn't seem that bad. I wonder, they feel like they're fighting over my card advantage, so I wouldn't be surprised if I see them blast this. I'm gonna fight back here, I think. We have our win condition in hand. This is literally our win condition. We are going to pay 7 mana and cast this card over and over again. I'm talking about a cheat meal, right? Like that's like that price is like going to that's like going somewhere cheap, like, you know, Chipotle for dinner, right? Let's blast that. This card's really annoying. I'll flashback Deep Anal here and see what we find. The win condition is always Ipnu Rivulet. Fair. All right, find another blue source here. I don't think I want to Edict this because I think I want to kill it with an Evincar's Justice. Look, when I go to Chipotle, I try to get just a burrito because just a burrito bowl is a lot of food, right? Sometimes I get chips too, but I think even when I get chips, Chipotle comes in under 10 bucks usually. And I never get soda when I go out to drink. I just drink water. It's a Pyroblast. It's annoying. They might grind through us here. All right, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Do I want to play this with Kicker or with Buyback or whatever it is? Yep. Yeah, you should never get an actual burrito at Chipotle. If you get an actual burrito at Chipotle, you're doing it wrong. You should always get a bowl. And if you want a tortilla, they'll give you a tortilla on the side. They'll even give you 2 tortillas on the side if you ask nicely. All right, so am I casting this Innocent Blood? I think I am. Nah, I'm gonna cast this Preordain. All right, hey, Shold, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. I do appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support what I do here, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Excuse me, do I want these? I think I already have... I don't have a Think Twice in my bin. I'm going to bottom the Teaching, so I already have one of those. I'm going to top this Think Twice. I'd like some more lands here. I didn't Hydroblast because ultimately I don't really care about that resolving. This Hydroblast is a card I can keep in my hand as a way to guarantee kill a Cyclops or a Kiln Fiend. We've been sitting for an hour. Let's stand my large rear end. My large Chipotle fed rear end up. How's everyone doing today? Everyone's having a great Thursday? All right. I think we're gonna start with blasting this. One, two, three, four, five. That's a little bit sad for us. This is 5, 6, 7. So let's flash back this Chainer's Edict. Remember, we have another Edict in here too. I'm gonna go ahead and play this Innocent Blood out of my hand. Maybe. We're doing okay on colored mana right now. I don't think colored mana has been our bottleneck in any of these games. Can you pick it up in the queue? Sure, Justin. For you, I'll edit the queue right now. All right, I think I'm gonna think once to start here, see what we have going on. Cash this Edict in. So they have a little bit of power in play. The Cyclops could be scary if they like hit another Gush, but we're in an okay spot here. I hope these salty bits bounce onto your head. Oh, Justin. That's so rude. right, so what am I doing here? I'm definitely doing this. I'm gonna flashback teachings and get a Doomblade, maybe. Nah, I'm just gonna flashback think twice and see what happens. It's a good hit. I've got 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana right now. Yeah, we definitely wanted to get one of their two. We don't want to leave them two things in play that get bigger. That's for sure. Yeah, Innocent Blood would be really sweet in Modern, you're right. So everybody says, please resolve, please resolve, please resolve. I am really sad that we didn't buy back that Justice we played earlier today. If we could have bought that back, we'd be in a pretty good spot. Pretty sure I have a basic left in my deck. I have 8 teachings left in my bin. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. So I can teachings for teachings here and then cast the other teachings. I'm gonna teachings for Counterspell here, I think. Oh, I can get Exclude, right? Yeah, let's do that. That's better. Yeah, they're definitely putting up a fight here post board. Punish for how I tap my lands. Hopefully they don't draw a spell here. Bojuka Bog. Alright, well, we're dying pretty quick here. We're dead in... We're taking 5 a turn, basically. Because of this Pristine Talisman, so we're dead in 3. No, teachings for teachings gets you up a card. Because remember, the next teachings finds 2 cards. So you're turning your last card from teachings into 2 cards. You end up having more cards at the end of teachings for teachings. We're dead if they have a spell here, right? Definitely dead to 2 spells. Yeah, I think the fact that I didn't use the buyback on that Justice earlier this game ended up biting us. I don't actually know what our outs are at this point. Let's take a draw step. Alright, it could be almost anything. It's unfortunate this has persist. So I can take this Doomblade and Doomblade this and then gain 3 up to 6. The problem is I can't, I'll die to this. If I Justice, buy back Justice, I'll end up at 2 and they'll have a 3/3. Probably tomorrow evening. I need to talk to my wife. Yeah, we die because of Undying. Justice also deals damage to the players, chat. So Justice hits both players. It's an old card. Old cards do weird things like that. I guess if they have any spell here, we're dead. And try and kill the Stormgeist. Thought this was a no Justice stream, right? Yeah, good game, opponent. Make them click through it because they're really low on clock here. Could realistically time them out along game 3. Need to reassess how we boarded, maybe. Am I supposed to bring in the Curse of the Bloody Tomes? Is this a thing that's supposed to happen here? This Capsize doesn't seem particularly good. Honestly, these Justices don't seem great. Echoing Decay seems decent. Like, if they're trying to grind really long, this card seems excellent. I think I want Crypt Incursion for the tempo. That's interesting. Yeah, probably. Oh, it does just get Pyroblasted, doesn't it? But it doesn't have to actually draw that many cards or bury that many cards to bury them out, right? And like, it's not like we're blanking Pyroblast, right? Like, they have plenty of things that they can Pyroblast. Incursion can interrupt Undying. All right, yeah, I'm in for that. In for that. All right, let's do this. Sounds okay. Like, not super exciting, but fine. I think any game we're winning, we're going to kill a lot of critters. Like, in this matchup especially. So, I'm going to play the Dismal Backwater out here, I think. Need a basic island off of this for sure. I'm going to play the Dismal Backwater out rather than the Aqueduct, just so we can have blue up next turn. Guaranteed. Just going to cast this. Like I said, if they're Pyroblasting this, then, like, they're not Pyroblasting one of these other cards that I really kind of want to resolve. You could maybe make the argument that I probably shouldn't... I should leave up a Counterspell this turn while they're Stormgeisting. Like, this is their first Stormgeist turn, so, like, yeah, this was probably loose to tap out for. Yeah, we're just gonna put that into play and then just, like, rail me into the ground. I played the Ash Barrens, that way we can play a 2-mana Counterspell plus a Think Twice this turn. I think I'm just okay with this. I think I only want to fight over their threats. I think if they want to draw extra cards, I just, like, let them have all of the cards they want to draw. I'm gonna think twice here to be mana efficient, then we'll untap and blast this. Alright, I mean, Exclude's a good draw too. This extra Curse of the Bloody Tome means that we might actually just, like, be able to race them, kinda, right? There are small bits of health gain here and there. If they play something, we can exclude or prohibit. If they don't play something, we get to flashback, think twice. We're actually kind of in a bad spot here if they have an interaction. Yeah, that's actually kind of bad for us. We don't have anything currently. Removal, please. Bottom top. Doomblade you. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold up the prohibit slash think twice flashback here. What's going on, James? Not a whole lot. Hanging out, playing some Pauper today. Getting slowly beat down by Stormbound Geist. It's a really good sideboard plan out of their deck for this removal heavy matchup. Worked quite well in the second game for them. Hey, Admiral Ozbot, thank you for the 6-month resubscription. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. Half a year. Thanks for re-upping again. Thanks everyone who's hanging out here today. Everyone's having a great Thursday. Having a good week. Spyroblast, yep, so we get a draw step, plus we get a think twice flashback to find the answer to this bad Mamma Jamma. Alright, survey says... That's an answer. Kill that one. I think at this point I'm willing to counterspell this. Gross. So, did you watch the second game, Shoulder, or are you just coming in now? Because, like, the second game lasted 800 turns, and our Justices didn't do anything, and our opponent ended the game with 18 cards in their deck. So, like, maybe that's me being results-based, but I feel like any game we're winning is going to go pretty exceptionally long. All right, my body is ready to die next turn. Guess I shouldn't auto pass. It gives away that we don't have a Pyroblast or a Hydroblast. I assume we're just gonna die to this thing this turn. I think I messed up this game too. I tapped out for the Tome on 3 on the play, and then they played the Stormbound Geist that's gotten in like infinite points of damage at this point. So if I hadn't tapped out for the Tome and I would have just left up Counterspell for the Stormbound Geist, I think we would have just been in a much better spot. And, that's going to be lethal. All right, well that was the end of that. That was a little bit of a brutal league. Yeah, so this was a deck, and our sample size is small here, but like, that felt a lot like Modern Control Problems, if I'm being completely honest. It felt like there were a lot of different decks that were doing a lot of different things, and our answers really didn't line up well into them, and we just kind of got run out of the game. So yeah, I don't think I'd want to play this deck again if we play more Pauper in the future. So, at any rate, let's move on to the next one here. What are we doing next? We're gonna play a meme next, because that's mostly what we do on this stream. One land spy. This should be a fast one, win, lose, or other.